Hey guys, Oscar Combs here with the ISO 9001 group. Hey, in today's episode of the ISO show, we're going to talk about, is your organization addicted to chaos? So let's talk about it. Is your organization addicted to chaos? Some organizations operate under controlled chaos. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like there's always something going on in your company. Everybody's always stressed out. That's kind of the way we operate is in a state of constant chaos. A lot of organizations like to operate in chaos. It's kind of like, they don't see anything wrong with it. If you think about it, it's kind of like these people that we call hoarders, right? They're living in this certain environment that to them it appears to be normal. But to someone else coming in from outside, they're like, whoa, I can't believe you're living like this. That's kind of what this state is like, living in a constant state of chaos. So what is chaos? Chaos is complete disorder and confusion. You guys know what I'm talking about? Complete disorder and confusion. There's no structure in place. People can't go on vacation without things breaking down. Every day there's a new fire to put out, right? Every day there's always something. This is a constant state of disorganization and confusion. People are confused on what to do. People literally don't know what to do. To me, that's chaos. I don't understand how organizations and people in those organizations can be productive. How can they be efficient? How can they communicate well with each other? How can they work together as a team? So here are some reasons why I believe, from my experience over 28 years, of why some organizations are addicted to chaos, literally addicted to it. Number one, there's a perceived sense of accomplishment. It feels good to overcome a challenge, right? We all can agree. There's this dopamine that's released when we come together and overcome things. We all feel good. So there's a sense of accomplishment. So that's one reason why organizations operate in chaos. It just makes us feel good to solve problems. Right? Every time you solve a problem, you feel good. Every time your management team solves a problem, that feels good to them. Man, I was able to lead the charge and lead us out of this problem, or, was able to bring the whole team together and get us out of this problem, this chaos. Third reason, to kind of keep people guessing and keep them on their toes. I've literally witnessed this. I've lived in this type of environment or management structure where the management always wanted to keep people guessing, to kind of keep you on your toes, because they figured like if you knew their next step or their organization's next step, that I guess you would be planning something mischievous around that, right? For some reason, management kind of likes to keep people on their toes and keep people guessing. Well, to me, that's probably not a good thing. Number four, like to keep everyone confused so they can't see what's really going on, right? So they faking you out, you looking this way, but what's really going on is over there. And you really should be paying attention to what's going on over here, but they got you distracted over here. We call that the little okey doke, right? So that's another reason why organizations are addicted to chaos. Number 5, I know this to be true, is for job security and just to be comfortable. You know, there's a reason why some people hold everything to their chest, and you know they don't want anyone else to understand how to execute a certain procedure or a process. They can't even go on vacation. When they go on vacation, the whole company shuts down. You guys know what I'm talking about. Whole company shuts down when this person is out. You know, to me, these are reasons why companies are addicted to chaos. So I want to get you off the addiction to chaos. Let's kick that chaos habit, guys. So here are some keys on kicking the chaos addiction within your organization. Really, it all boils down to implementing sound processes and structure in your organization. I know you've heard this before, but it's true. If your company checks off any of the 5 things that I mentioned before, you're lacking structure, you're lacking discipline, you're lacking processes and procedures. You know, sometimes processes and procedures, they seem to be a little boring. Oh, Oscar, you're talking more about processes, more about procedures, more about structure. Yeah, I am, because that's the solution to your problems. The solution to your problems is more structure, more discipline, more procedures, more processes in place. Now, here are some of the keys of breaking that addiction to chaos. The first key is just recognizing that your organization is addicted to chaos. That's the first step in breaking any addiction, is being aware that we are addicted. We're not operating in a good culture, in a good environment in our company. So let's be aware of that, and then we can do something about it. Number 2 is that we need to establish a plan to implement necessary standardization within the company. So now that we know that, yeah, we are addicted to chaos, we have these issues that Oscar mentioned, and that's kind of how we operate. Okay, well, let's put a plan in place so that we can break our addiction, standardize things. Let's put a plan in place to put processes and procedures in place. All right, number 3, guess what? Form an intervention team. How about that? Have you guys ever thought about that? Establish a team that's going to help our organization break out of this addiction that we have to chaos. All right, so this may be a team or representative that is really focusing on bringing everyone together, making them aware that we do have this culture, this environment of operating in chaos, and kind of working with all of the other team members to put that plan in place that we talked about. Number 4, now that we have a plan in place, now we want to start working with all of the other, let's say the department managers, for example. Start documenting the SOPs, the standard operating procedures. Let's start establishing clear processes. Let's start making sure that everybody's clear on what to do so people can go on vacation. So we don't have to be confused on what we're doing and why we're doing it and when should we be doing it and how to do it, right? That's the whole purpose of writing standard operating procedures. Then number 5, what we want to do is to formalize and roll out these SOPs in the company, right? We want to formalize it, want to communicate it, train people on it, and then that is going to be our new way of operating. It's going to kind of get us out of this culture of chaos that we've been operating in. Then number 6, if we need to, we're going to update our process at SOP. See, that's the key. right? Because when things change, and if we don't take the opportunity to go back and update the standard operating procedure or update the process, then we're going to have more what? Chaos. So we have to have the discipline to, for one, implement the SOP or write the SOP, implement it, and then if it changes, we have to have the discipline to revise the SOP. All these things are getting rid of chaos. It's changing our mindset as a company. And then number 7, last step, is that we want to monitor compliance to our SOP, our standard operating procedure. So we have to monitor to make sure that people are following it. People are complying to the formal standard operating procedure. This is going to help eliminate the chaos. It's going to help instill a culture of discipline, and where people are operating within a framework and not operating in chaos. All right? So guys, break that addiction to chaos. Is your organization addicted to chaos? I gave you 5 things to look at, and I also gave you 7 solutions. So hopefully you found this episode of the ISO show beneficial, and hopefully it will help your organization break its addiction to chaos. Oscar Combs here with the ISO 9001 group, helping organizations improve their operations and reduce their risk. Talk to you soon now. Bye-bye.